na aboa mo bia bie kwan mu ama wo nso abesene akọ na enumo no yenim se Ghana ha emrahibdwafo ne asofo bi emra mo kwan de ne nso mo ba no ma bi alarm no wow MP bo wa ne nyina bie kwan mu na omo pese nkombe ne mra mo hyeda kopempam ho mra de ko mrahibdwafie mu se nkomo gitu mu a na nka be ma kwan ama Ghana mrahibdwafo afi Ghana asofo na Supreme Court atemuafo be ma ho kwan ma nipa no ko adwuma no wa ye late a emfa ho se wa sori ntamemfo obi a ho no aso mi na alarm no so wow no obi abie kwan mu na omo abesene edi akọ na semi ekopie mrahibdwafie mu no sabre na chiameni ma Ghana mrahibdwafie ra Urban Kingsford Suman Babedi tudwa so no akora no onti asemi ho maache ma mpanifo bi nso de betudwa so munim ho hwe ne ba ne se na ade no abeto ha yenyintum dindindin se asemi beto odwa ya abedasre de Ghana fo nyina tibie no ma ha Ghana fo ye percent Ghana mrahibdwafo pa de ehia ni ekom de ye bre ye tempenten kwa chese abenedie ni abebresa Ghana fo namu no se mo ko bibi di aboa Ghana fo a se mo nko amra ebema kwa amamo di ala amabo mo kem na mo ba wow say am passionate you say ope baby na akodi o say ye hu de kire na wa mi alarm no so na wa besena akodi nya de be pene so ne apene so okina ampa mrahibdwafo no akasa bi ba bonte de betudwa ade ne de enye mprempre ne ehia sa amra no enam so ema soafo no ena ohwe eye ka kobedi hu nsem so ne apanfo kabo mu mo de tudwa se samra no de agitumu a enye ye na wotwetwe mu no ba mrahibdwafie mu betu speaker nim se wadaroma samra no anke de ba no ese ya body atogu a yema kwan ema bi mu ya serempanifo so monko adwaye no mko yo hu yo ba kire adwaye a na wo ye hu no mo samra ne se beji atumu a na yetimi so agi samra no enso ede atumu na samra edi ane da so no Road Traffic Amendment Regulation 2024 hela ane da so no na wonum ede ba ne nam suma enra chiamehine ma Ghana mrahibdwafie yewura Urban Kingsford Suman Babedi gina Ghana fo nyina na so gina mrahibdwafo nyina na mo ede achopa kese pa de ma Ghana fo se wo mo fom ye wo mo anye ni ye ehonde wo mo anwina nkwa akire sa se bi na ehwese ne Ghana sia ye din na wo kopempamra se eno ne fa me boy alarm ne ade no ehu hia etu ogina nuanum nyina na mo ede achopa kese na ema Ghana fo fa samra no a ankomode ba na omusu yedie na akosui
including ministers of state, members of parliament, and justices of the Superior Courts of Judicature, the privilege of using sirens on our roads and exemption from speed limits. Honorable members from Western Region, this provision has been perceived by many as a means for the political class to evade the very traffic challenges that affect the general public, leading to widespread public outcry and intense debate on social media platforms. In light of these developments, and following the opposition's firm stance against the legislative instrument, the government has decided to withdraw the proposed amendments. Today, I wish to address the very key issues arising from this situation, provide clarity on the legislative process, and engage in a constructive dialogue about the future of subsidiary legislation in our beloved country. We recognize the public's perception of insensitivity, and I'm here to offer an apology and assure the Ghanaian people that this parliament remains acutely aware of and responsive to their needs.
Achiamehine ma Ghana mrahibdwafie yewura Urban Kingsford Suman Babedi yete na chopa ogina onuanu anemu ede ema Ghana fui na yada so agina Ghana mrahibdwafie mu na Public Account Committee wono masetena no gusu aya ekoso na semba akọ ebetu odwa ene say Ghana sie na babato so friends judgment debt na judgment debt no dwumadie bia na se contract bia onu obi wo na fe contract no bebusu no na akoda ne kakasi abewo pampem no ene nam so a amane sa judgment debt bia beto so na judgment debt cover by no Ghana Revenue Authority Ghana dwumaku omo na gyeto edeme yeboa Ghana no wo mo ena ne omakofa sa eka no dia ba omo ne dwumaku friends West Blue dwumaku no ena omo ede santa wantawe ba ye nam so ma sa eka no dia ba ne nam so ma omo ko pie mu omrahib fie mu a apanfomo na Public Account Committee omo tutu omo ano no omo busai ba me ba ko no ene ko gina Ghana Revenue Authority anemo ni din ede ma me Julie bebree esiam no eno e pani power da no eno de tu dwa se no kre mwada romance mu amote se Ghana 95 million Ghana cedis eka abeyantan ekomo na eno kre na yetua de ma West Blood Mako no na yenyina nim se West Blood Mako no bra Ghana Revenue Authority for ebo mo pa so monko ye port ahodo onko tutu ne ma to gis camera no mentuma ase ne contract won sense bi pie ya enam so ma yantimi antu ho na mo ebesi ne ade no akwakoye yi kopim se abanya je sa contract ne from se wa abra o mo anya dwuma nwie enti ko ba sa no na kire se wo sa abanya ne oyi patasika ye koye se sika no na ye de ema mu se sika na mo atende no kure ye wo se Ghana ban etua enso e de ema sa West Blood Mako no na enam so ema be ko mu na atena se Public Account Committee no urumunyamfo eye Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed editudwa ebusa se ebraso se Ghana ban babontin no obechiri mu adekodi apote koso ye nti asa 95 million Ghana nyesika kuma ye betua de ma West Blood Mako no se adwuma be no mo aye ye se fatasi etua se sika no enso ede emomo yewura eye Mutala Mohammed nsem no enso ebi eni.
Finally they terminated the contract without any justification. And the state has to pay 95 million Ghana cedis as judgment debt to West Blue. The shocking aspect of it is that West Blue lawyer now is Gabi Ochiridaku. Gabi Ochiridaku, the president's nephew, right? Cousin. His cousin. He is now the lawyer to West Blue. The question is, what kind of defense did government put? What kind of argument did West Blue make for which reason they have to pay this money? And you remember the JRE Commissioner General in her response said that West Blue was demanding over 200 million Ghana cedis, as if 95 million Ghana cedis is not even important.
Na Owura Mutala Mohammed sadi tudwa se we no hwemu a yencheni pa na akoso anam se Owura Gabi asaro chida kuma mpani akufo ade wo faase na sa West Blood Mako no oyo mo lawyer ni ntino bibia ni a omodom ho atare aban na muntu judgment day muntu sika muntu sei sika ya eba betua yi woncheni ekoduru ho no mo a abamu mpanifo a no meche sika no de dia Ghana for na omode akoma ni sika na egura to pray.
But this one we can describe it as create, loot and continue looting. That is what it means. More so when you have some describe him as an official prime minister of this country who is now a lawyer to West Blue, who by the way had problems with even West Blue operating. What happened? That suddenly he has become a lawyer to West Blue and we are now paying this amount of money. We could have avoided this if there wasn't any unjustified, termination of the contract. Well, the fact that Parliament is going on break doesn't insulate us from continuously demanding that, information and answers to some of these questions. And that is why I think that the media as a major stakeholder also has a role to play. We all need to demand accountability.
Onumanyamfo Mutala Mohammed na yeteni kan na yedaso agina mraship jafie mu na oboase West mraship jani onumanyamfo kwakuku atenya wono na wo yesoafo abede kire ho Ghana sikasem so ono aso na akọ eye mraship jafie mu abejeku ayate ano mo sikasem so no ona na adwam treni sabre di brani age ede afri ne nsemu na eno na ebeto odwa se papa etwira nwoma bi di koto NPP ameko no mpanifo ani mu anwoma no etipo ane daso no ene say to break the 8, we must first break the norm. Say a person breaking the 8 with me baswa, say a bessa boot nafe, Yamia de Finchia na ye DMP animono, Yasa could yakotwa amamoswa, and ye was saying ye may be a coswa engine, ye said that breaking and I see a bubu no, na no eptogan of 14 me a coswa a dio mine so, same way, and a pay a crucial de good krataswa, or the comma NPP and Mukonum penny force, and ye be coswa bemoa, or MPP ni, Sabuan kana a han or say a gun any, and the penny for her, no monkey cast as you mean for na a woman gun of 40 or more muno. Emo entimi NCP pa semia papa chokoma mpanifo no nanka ye NPP ameko no mpanifo nko akrata na enso efa wiem bepia bonten a kwan akrata na fa so ba bonten Ghana fo nyina nya bi hwe no na emu akọ ehu ye pa nam soma bufuhye obi ba NPP ameko no mpanifo mu a ema obi yi papa yi ba akodi ma na ma dibre kuta no mrashibia fie mu se pani onye dwom trani ehwe sikasem so ewo mrashibia fie no omo agi edifri ni semu na papa na ba bonten de betu dwa se benya ne boapaye enna enye se bi ya wahyeda akwase bi ya NPP ameko no enna ogu amanyeko no fi enna enye se bi arasem o kana ya tro said the echoes of Ghana enko ye no ɛsɛ mpanifo tun sa na mmom wɔyɛ Ghana ni ɛna wɔyɛ Ghana ni de hye ade bi cost na sɛ enko ye da bi no bia na ɔno oni efimashibia fie mu no abɛtena fie ɛba sa ade ɛkɔ so enko so no so bɛtene yaw ye pa eti krata na ɔtwerɛ kɔma mpanifo no ɛnyɛ sɛ bi ɔde kodi obi atam na mmom sɛ be ya MPP amko no mpanifo ani bɛda hɔ na ne mbe ya nkɔ so amnyeko no mu yie ɛne aban mu no ɔmo betumi atoto niema na maganyafo nya didie wɔ mu na ɔmo betumi ato aba no ɛde ama ɛyɛ NPP amko no yewura Kwaku Kwate nsɛm no bi eni.
The audience for this statement is the NPP leadership and membership. The NPP is going for an election and December, some 4 months away. The party is crafting messages to break a cycle that we have seen in the Fourth Republic. We want to break the eight. I think the most logical thing to do is to listen to the people who are going to vote, find out what their concerns are, and make commitments to deal with those concerns. That is how you win elections, especially when you are looking to break a cycle. And that is why I titled it the way I did. This piece was for internal consumption. It was to wake the party up to what it will really take to realize. Now, in households, you would also see
Boss
that
FM.
because of the unfavorable macroeconomic indicators, you are also seeing its impact in people's pockets. And when I go to my constituency, I do hear the complaints. All I have been trying to do is to look at what has brought us here. And the first point is the administration. All I have been trying to do is to look at what has brought us here. And the first point is this. I think it is unfair on the Nanado administration or on the current NPP administration when we let it look like maybe things were good and then this administration is responsible for the difficulties we are seeing. That is never correct. And if you listen to the commentators, it is clear that what is happening is the cumulative effect of decades from independence. If you look at the figures,
Onumenyafo Kwaku Kwate na yete ninkan na de ani kyeremu ongumasua nsemu kakra kyerkyerefo mo kyera de ewo eya kyerkyerefo ntete be Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana state agekuo no bosumi mienu nie eno mo tena afie mo nkonko kyera de mo ataw nyina ne so mo ne aban won senkan bi esikasem na so da bi aban hye mo bo mo nkometua mo komo mo akwa na so tua no ma ya ba bosumi mienu nie no o mate atua de akyera aban na pani oda eye state agekuo na no onumnyamfo eye Prince Obehema de atuja so mo da so atifie enti awofo ba school dem afre no mo refisanse school dem wo ho no no onya hwe ho bi amekere na ade wo ho enti kopem se aban no mo senkan de be wie peyo no de nya de mo ko school dem ne ana o chena akochiro obi ade esan so mo so didi a eyeye yewura Prince Obehema.
The document has been signed, it got signed and then was sent to me over the weekend, but unfortunately I had traveled to my village. So I got back to the office this morning, had it fully downloaded. We have actually sent somebody to follow up for the original copy apart from the scanned copy that was sent to us so we can authenticate it. And we are going into the much-awaited council meeting tomorrow. That is if we are certain that the document we have is very genuine. And inconsistent with our position and what I said when we came out from the meeting, we said that the government through the Ministry of Education, through and other signs of government, demonstrated goodwill. We're waiting for the finance minister to commit herself and himself to the document and the fair wages. Since that has been done, we will go into the council meeting, brief council, and speak to the document. So the council will take a decision that will also reflect the collective interest of the association, taking into consideration the situation on the ground, the students, our welfare, the nation, and will come out with a collective decision. I'm unable to speak, and that would amount to disrespect to council. We are saying that we went for the meeting, we are the vessel through which the association ran. We are sent by the council and we have gone to articulate the concerns, aspirations, and what have you of the members, the rank and file in the meeting. MOA has been signed, now fully signed by all the signs of government.
Yewra Prince Obehema ena yeteni nkaino na yede ani kiremo ewo eye epoema ntam ne ekọ hena so ye na enum ho ena krata bi nam social media so ya idin eda so no eye ejapade na ahwe mu nsensem no ampanifo kiremo na kire se emu nsem nyina ne se nyame adom an kampanifo ho ekwan se Ghana enche na epoema ntam ena afi ochehene ene achemfo no na nkomatimi abedi Ghana so yie pa na bebia bewura bia so ye bia bebia bewura bia no na nka ochehene ne de hye ho no mo mototo ne mayi ne no ena Ghana fo bi hunu se wei eye amane bia Ghana fo eba hu yie pa esan se mampene kufa do di o man so no yo ochini na nka ohwede se obeba bi obewura bi odi ochini bewura ho na afi omotimi nya di brebi ho ne no ena ochehene ba abonten de betu dwa se sa nwoma na no abonten no onim ho hwe ena nwoma no so mfiri na ye ena mampene kufaro kransa na obeye mampene na oche asase na oche man ewo hodada edisa ngoma nipa bonfo bi na kotena ba bia omahya da atworotworo edi oche hene na ochemfo enso edia mo na owura KKD kwasi cheda kwa oyensenchro ni waye adwuma akere ye pa na ene wo mu amanyo mu kakra wo kire na adwende fa Ghana de enko ye ho ne no na KKD de atu dwa se we anya bibia ye obi na akotena ba bia tworo achemfo mo a ena mo pese mbedi Ghana so ba bia bewura bia mo beji Ghana boso se ne mo age aban ya boso no na we ya Nyankopon na yi mo so krata ama ene eniema bonni ne pobonni anka mo bose mo bedi Ghana for so no mo so krata yi.
And especially in a nation where some people have sat down to craft a document, which I initially said, oh, this is just stupidity on steroids. It is just the imaginings of the iniquitous, inebriated people who are just talking hogwash. Japadia document. And then I have looked closely over 3.5 years, and I have seen everything they have stated in that document happening. And if you will permit me, I want to read just the introduction of that document, because like I said in the beginning, I said this is hogwash, the imaginings of a fool. But right now I see it is plan of the plunderers. Let's get the facts right. You can glorify your father, but if your father was a drunk, you cannot say he's the archbishop. No. Glorify your father for the good things he has done. He's helped a few school children. He has married more women than, necessary because maybe the women were cheap in that area or things were so hard for everybody.
Yewra KKD ya ono ena yensenchoni a owura mu che na dwenifa Ghana memu hu nsem ne tie ninkan.
Kaseboy wutie e wo Boss 93.7 FM so e wo Kumase.